Look at me using these little clips in my hair as if I'm a real makeup girly. They help though, they get me in the zone. Hello guys, welcome back. I'm gonna show you my updated and current makeup routine today. If you follow me on TikTok, which most of you probably do, you'll know that I've been on a bit of a makeup journey ever since December. Back in December, I posted these videos of girls that are just really good at makeup, and I compared it to my previous makeup routine, and I was like, I just don't understand why my makeup doesn't look like that. And ever since then, you guys have given me so many suggestions and I've tried so many different products and techniques. I'm really happy with my current makeup routine, and I've never done a makeup video on YouTube. I usually do my makeup in my office, but my office is still not unpacked. I think this video is gonna go up at the start of April. I'm filming it at the start of March, and I am begging my future self right now to please have my office done by the time this video goes up. But right now, because my office doesn't have amazing lighting, I'm sitting on the floor of my bedroom where there is better lighting. All my stuff is spread out on the floor. I tried to make the background cute. Someone please tell me that it's normal to spend months unpacking and setting up your apartment after you move, because I feel so bad about it. I moved at the end of November, and like I said, it's the start of March and I still have a couple of boxes. Anyway, now before I start the makeup, there is one thing I have to talk about, and that is skin prep. I've learned that no matter how good my makeup technique is, if I'm not taking care of my skin underneath, the makeup is not gonna look its absolute best. And I can't talk about skincare without talking about Curology, so here is a word from today's sponsors. Thank you so much to Curology for sponsoring today's video. So much of what goes into a beautiful, smooth looking, like natural makeup application is the skincare that you use underneath the makeup. I've gone through periods where my skin has not been doing so well, and no matter how hard I try with my makeup, it just doesn't sit the same way. So I have rosacea. I've been struggling with it for a few years on and off. It got especially heavy in 2020 and 2021. I knew that I had rosacea, one, because my dad has it, and so I knew what to look out for, but I did also see a dermatologist last year that sort of talked me through what rosacea meant and what it meant for my skin. And I tried so many things before realizing what it was. Like, I used to think that it was acne, and so I would use all these harsh products that would like completely dry out my skin and didn't address the root cause at all, and it just made it so much worse. I've been using Curology every single day since August, and I'll put my before pictures on the screen to show you, like, this is real life. This has really worked for me. Once I learned that I had rosacea, it was a lot easier to figure out, okay, how do I treat my skin? And then Curology came into the picture. So with Curology, you take a little quiz on their website and you answer questions about your skin type and your skin concerns, and then they formulate a product that's specifically for you. That's my name on the bottle. The ingredients are listed under here. Like, this is made for my skin and my skin only. It was super easy and super quick. They connect you with a derm, and then you just speak to them about your skin concerns, and then they're the ones who formulate the product. It was honestly very easy. And then when you get your Curology, it'll come in a package that has these 3 items. There's a cleanser, and then there's your custom formula that's made to address your skin type, and then there's a moisturizer. And I checked off the super dry skin option, so I have the rich moisturizer, but they do have a lighter one. Full disclosure, I don't use these all the time, but I do use my custom formula literally every single night, and I have since August. I think this is like my 4th or 5th bottle of it, and I have another full one on my dresser that's like ready to go the second I finish this one. When I say that this changed my life, I mean, you can see from my before and after pictures, like, it's night and day, and I feel so much more confident in my skin without makeup. I'm not wearing anything on my face right now. I obviously still have rosacea. There isn't really a cure for it, so it's never gonna go away completely, but the appearance is so much more soothed. My skin feels so much healthier. My skincare routine is so important to me, morning and night, and this is such an important part. My makeup applies smoother. I feel so much more confident in my own skin, and I'm so happy that Curology has worked with me for this video, because it is a product and a company that I truly, truly, truly believe in. You can check my bio for more information, but let's get into the makeup. God, I hope the lighting is good. Before I touch my face ever, I always sanitize my hands. I actually just washed them because I just washed in my beauty blender, which I do every single time before I do my makeup. It's not a real beauty blender, it's like a knockoff, but I always just use hand sanitizer too. I don't want to get germs on my face. I like having a glowy base on the skin. My skincare routine is so important to me. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter as a glowy primer base today. I think a lot of people think that it is a foundation, and then they're like, why are you using 2 layers of foundation? Or they get surprised when the Flawless Filter doesn't have coverage, but I don't think it's meant to have coverage. It's really just like, it evens your tone a little bit, but it's mostly just to add glow. I use a beauty sponge all the time. I get mine from Amazon. They come in like a 10-pack. I'll link the one ones that I use in my Amazon storefront under the beauty section. And we just blend that in. No, I don't have a real makeup mirror. I always use the mirror in this. It's like the Tartelette in Bloom palette, which is coincidentally the only eyeshadow that I have right now. I use this room because it has the best lighting, but the best lighting means it gets the most sunlight, which means this room is like 10 degrees hotter than the rest of my house, which is not a complaint because I love the extra sunlight, but I'm also like sweating. Now I'm gonna go in with foundation. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Foundation. I am currently the palest that I ever will be, and my fair shade is 200 in soft beige. I love this foundation. It's super affordable and I've been using it for years. And then I go along my jawline like this, and a little bit on top of my cheekbone and a little bit on my forehead. I kind of avoid putting foundation in this area because I'm just gonna put contour there and I don't wanna like layer products unnecessarily. So just around there. Always take it down your neck and get like right in the corners. That's a dead giveaway, this area right here, if your foundation like isn't a good match, or if you just like a lot of coverage. Right here, dead giveaway. Okay, so I've already messed up. Usually I put my brow glue, this is the NYX Brow Glue, it's like my favorite eyebrow gel of all time. And usually I do this before I do foundation, otherwise like foundation will get in my brows. So I've already messed up. I just push them up and out. I love the NYX Brow Glue. It really has an incredibly strong hold. And I push the tail end up too. I like to shave off the tail end of my brows actually to give my face a more lifted look, but I haven't done that in a bit. So I'm just gonna use the brow glue to lift. Okay, now we have done the brows. We can pick right back up. I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Contour Stick in shade, oh sorry, it's a matte bronzer, in shade Baked, and rub it on the back of my hand to warm it up before I put it on my face. I really like doing that. It just makes it look a lot more natural. And I'm taking an e.l.f. foundation blurring brush from e.l.f. and I'm gonna use this to dab my contour on. I don't like to swipe at all because that will move everything. So I just dab, and it's okay if it looks like a little bit messy because we haven't done concealer yet, so we can still clean it up. Look at me like talking as if I know these things. I'm just regurgitating information I've heard like actual makeup girlies say, but they're right. I really love this product. I think it melts into the skin super easily. I think it looks as natural as putting brown cream on your face can look. I think it lasts a really long time. Definitely a big Milk Makeup fan. Or at least for this product. I guess I haven't tried a ton of other Milk products. I try to keep it concentrated on the perimeters of the face, again, because I want everything to look lifted. So I try to keep my contour, bronzer, and blush off of the apples of my cheeks and only put them on like the outer high points because I saw that on the internet. But I think it really looks good when I do that. For concealer on my face, I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer, and this is in shade 4.5. I'm gonna use this to go under that contour to clean it up and also kind of go out from the sides of my mouth. Again, lifting and out from the sides of my nose. Sometimes I go back and forth in between the concealer on my sponge and the bronzer on my brush just to get like the blend that I want. For my under eye, I like a really, really bright under eye now. I'm gonna use the Maybelline FitMe in shade 10, which is super fair, super light. Sometimes I'll get comments like on my TikTok or whenever I talk about my makeup, just being like, aren't these makeup trends from a couple years ago? Like I thought we were into like clean girl minimal makeup now, or just basically saying like these aren't the current makeup trends, which is definitely true. But honestly, I feel like everyone should just wear what they like and do their makeup the way that I like. I have learned that like for my face structure, my bone shape and everything, these makeup techniques I think just look the best on me right now. And no, they're not like the most up-to-date, the most current and trendy makeup technique, but that makeup look, I know you know the one I'm talking about, like clean girl minimal makeup, it just doesn't give the look that I want on my face. So I think everyone should just do what they like, do what looks good on you, do what makes you happy. Look like a ghost. I have this like tiny little bit of eczema on my eyelid. I don't know if you can see it, or at least I think it's eczema. I haven't been to a dermatologist about it. I'm gonna do just a little bit more. My dark circles are something that I've always been a little insecure about, but it is what it is. Okay, we're concealed. I'm gonna put on a little lip balm just because I'm feeling very dry. Next, we're gonna do my nose contouring thing, which I like to do after my under eye concealer. I know that maybe I'm like jumping all over the place and doing things out of order, but I feel like everyone just has their own little unique way that they do their makeup. So it's the same product, I'm just putting it on the back of my hand. This is an e.l.f. contouring brush. It's really thin, and I like this because I'm gonna take one side of the brush and kind of go underneath my eyebrow and just down the top part of the side of my nose, like this. Okay, just like that on both sides. And now I'm gonna blend. I swear to God, this makeup step it's one of the most game-changing makeup steps for me, honestly, probably besides the super bright under eye, because it just makes your makeup look done. I don't know why adding contour in that area makes your face look very snatched, but I just really think it does. And it's not even like a super heavy nose contour. I'm just wiping off the extra product from this brush so that I can blend it without like putting too much product down. It's not really like a great contour because I'm not really making my nose shape look different. I'm just adding shadow right there. It just makes it look done. I swear by this, I do it every day now. And I'm letting bronzer go on the top of my nose as well because well, first of all, I like that look. And second of all, if it's too much, I'll just use concealer and clean it up. And then I'm gonna blend out my under eye one more time just to get rid of any creasing that might have occurred. And now I'm gonna set my under eye and the rest of my face. I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, a cult classic. And another game-changing step is I'm gonna use my powder on this damp sponge and not really bake, more so just press the powder underneath my eye. This makes it look so airbrushed, so pretty. I just spilled powder everywhere. And again, it's not really baking, it's just pressing the powder into your face. I'm gonna do it in between my eyebrows, on the sides of my nose, and around my mouth. I do it on top of my eyelids to get ready for any eyeshadow that I might do, although today I don't think I'm gonna do a lot of eyeshadow. Okay, do you see? I just feel like it looks so airbrushed and so good. And then I take my powder brush, which is number 50 from Sephora, and I just get a little bit of extra powder and I just kind of like tap it on the rest of my face, like my contour and stuff. And then if you had like extra, I guess you could, now's the time to swipe it away. And get your neck too, because you put foundation on your neck, so you might as well set it. Okay, so cream products are done. Now, sometimes I'll go over my cream bronzer with a powder bronzer. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in shade 021. As you can see, it's busted because I've been using various Rimmel bronzers since I was like 12. Just super, super lifted. Again, not putting a ton of product down because we already did this whole bronzing routine. Hit the forehead. I always put bronzer on my nose and I always blend on my neck. I'm gonna take a break from the face for a little while because I like doing my blush as the last step. I feel like blush and mascara is what really makes everything to come together. So I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I like to do blush last. For eyeshadow today, I'm gonna keep it extremely simple. This is a Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush, and I'm gonna take my Tartelette and Bloom palette and I'm gonna use shade Smarty Pants. It's just a very sort of medium neutral brown. And I'm just gonna put this in my crease, and if it gets on my lid, so be it. Just gonna kind of gently, gently blend. Honestly, I kind of put it everywhere. And even when I'm not wearing any eyeshadow, I do this. I just use a shade that's like identical to my skin tone because I like using the eyeshadow on the brush to sort of buff out any little under eye creases that might have popped up. And you just like rub them out with eyeshadow. I've been doing that for absolute years. That's one of my best tips to keep your under eyes from creasing. Now I'm gonna take this little angled brush. I have no idea what it is because everything on it has rubbed off. I'm sure it's from e.l.f. though. And I'm just gonna take a really dark brown and very lightly put some shadow liner on the very outer third of my eyelids. And I'm gonna blend it out with my finger. I don't want it to look like liner, I just want it to look really hazy, just like my eyelashes themselves are thicker. I'm not good at eyeliner, so this is about all I can handle. Now I'm gonna do my eyelash primer. I really like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Voluminous base. You can see that mine is pretty crusty. I've been using this one for years, I just keep repurchasing. I've tried a couple others, but this one's just so good, and I always use a primer. I'm gonna let that dry, and while it's drying, I always work on my eyebrows. Now that I have some color down, I'm gonna go in with the brow pen. I love this one because it has such a fine little tip, although I just saw that Urban Decay released a brow pen, and I wanna try that one out. But I use this, and I just do really small hair-like strokes throughout the entire brow. I flick the front upward, and then I kind of go to the side, throughout the rest of the brow. And I feel like this makes my brows look so natural and so good. Brows are done. Now I'm gonna do my mascara. I'm gonna do this off camera too because I don't have a technique, it's just mascara. But I really like the Maybelline Sky High. And lately I've also been liking Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk push-up lashes. I go through different mascaras all the time. I'm always trying new ones. Right now, these are ones that I like, and I like both because they have a very skinny brush. Okay, my mascara is done. Here's how we're looking so far, which means there's only 2 more steps, and I love these steps, really just like finishing touches. I'm gonna do my blush. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Sublime Flush. It is a super, super bright pinky orange, it's just like a pow kind of blush. And I'm gonna put it only on the very, very tops of my cheekbones, right at the back. I used to put my blush completely on the apples of my cheeks, and then I learned that just didn't flatter my face shape and my bone structure as well. So now I only put it on the very back end of my cheeks, and again, it just makes everything look so lifted. And I go in with a fair amount of blush as well. I never used to be a blush girly, but this makeup journey has really shown me how much blush can just like transform your appearance. And I love using shimmery blushes because I don't tend to use a highlighter super often. And so I like shimmery, glowy products that sort of give me like the highlighted look without having to wear a highlighter. And I also blend the blush like into my bronzer a little bit too. I do a little bit on my nose like this, and I also do a little bit across the top of my hairline right here. I feel like that just helps everything look seamless, blended, and I also put it on my neck. It's my favorite way to do blush. I just feel like it makes my face look really lifted. And now we're almost done. One more step. I'm gonna do lip gloss. I have 2 go-tos. Well, I have a bunch of go-tos. I love the Fenty Beauty in Fussy. This is kind of like a universal lip gloss. I absolutely love it. And I also like the In Beauty Extra Glaze in Glazed Donut. Just something shimmery. I don't always do lip gloss. A lot of the times I just do lip balm. But why not, you know? Oop, hold on, I need to exfoliate my lips first. Okay, scratch that. My lips are just too dry to draw attention to today. So I'm just gonna use a lip balm. This is the Tatcha Lip Mask. This is nice. It's very bougie. I got it in a PR package because Tatcha's pretty expensive. Honestly, I also just love Aquaphor as well. I'm just using this one because it's what I have on hand. So I'm just gonna do lip balm today and pray that my lips are more hydrated tomorrow. And this is the makeup routine. This is kind of my everyday current look. I hope that my makeup journey continues and I continue getting better and discovering new products and new techniques and stuff, but this is what it is currently. I really, really like it. I feel like it's as natural as you can be when you've done full contour. I hope this was helpful and that you enjoyed it. Maybe you picked up a thing or two. I'm no expert, of course, but these are tips that I use every single day that really help me, and I feel like I've leveled up my makeup because of them. I will link everything I can in my Amazon storefront. I'll list all the products below. Thank you again to Curology for sponsoring that earlier portion of the video, and I love you guys. I'll see you very soon.